Worry often hides behind a mask of responsibility. We think that by worrying, we are somehow being responsible. But there's a stark difference between being responsible and worrying. Responsibility leads to action, while worry leads to stagnation. We don't want to be like the servant who hid his talent in the ground, too worried to do anything productive with it. When we understand that our primary responsibility is to trust and obey God, worry begins to lose its grip on us. Let us be more like the Apostle Paul, who despite his numerous trials, rejoiced in the Lord and was content in every situation, because his eyes were focused on Christ. Indeed, it's worth noting that worry, in many ways, can become a barrier between us and our divine calling. It not only clouds our vision, but also diminishes our spiritual strength. My friends, when our minds are preoccupied with fears of the unknown or the weight of past bad decisions or choices, we can't fully appreciate or partake in the blessings of the present. But how wonderful it is to know that God provides a way out of this cycle. As we cast our burdens upon Him, we receive His peace in return. This is the kind of peace that surpasses all understanding, guarding our hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. So, instead of allowing worry to derail our purpose, let's lean into God's promises, for He is faithful to see us through every storm. The journey might be challenging, but with our eyes fixed on Him, we can confidently march towards our divine destiny, free from the shackles of unnecessary worry. Number 2, worry is a barrier to faith. Jesus tells us in Matthew 21, verse 22, "And whatever things you ask in prayer, believing you will receive." Worry and faith cannot coexist in the same heart. When we worry, we are essentially telling God, "I don't trust you enough to handle this situation." When the Israelites who wandered in the desert, their worry became a barrier to their faith, preventing them from entering the promised land. They saw giants in the land and felt like grasshoppers, not realizing that their worry had magnified their problems and minimized their God. When we worry, we become like the spies who brought back a bad report, allowing our fears to overshadow God's promises. Instead, let's strive to be like Joshua and Caleb, who saw the same giants but had a different perspective because they trusted God.